To the extent, the person who said he's the leader of the autopilot is calling some men in our camps. And we have given an order in the ESN camp. Anybody that puts his call to bring it to any commander, the person should be executed. What we do in camp. Anybody that puts his call to bring it to any commander, the person should be executed. Commander, the person should be executed. Anybody that puts his call to bring, and from now onward, as the order is given, any officer that blows a telephone that the criminal in Finland told you that he want to greet the commander, cut that hand off. That hand he brought that telephone, cut it off.
Do you hear that? If anybody in ESN camp bring a telephone that criminal in Finland want to greet you as a commander, as the person is bringing that telephone, cut the hand off, let the hand fall on the floor. And you cannot imagine how many people they killed for this.
But any person known as this struggle, potentially I am defending DOS, is a criminal. He is defending DOS or is DOS defender. He is nothing but a born criminal. All of them are criminal. Then the quality beside did you logical hatch. Idiot and put 25,000 as the most salary. Come on, does you can issue those in getting by a lachine. Yadiane will tell me that around. Then if you see a big column where I had the con, analogy, not clearly, and our comment session. Yeah, pilot. I know they're listening to him. I won't give their listening to me. Did I ask you to listen to me? Most of you never can now block unafube the cable blocking. Cable blocking a load. Con Capian cannot Senegal maybe to buy for natural property over the Ibo and I bought it off.
The IPOB Nigeria DOS, headed by Chika Edozim, has threatened to eliminate Simon Ekpa if he ever contacts ESN again. ESN is the Eastern Security Network set up by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with a mandate to protect and safeguard the Southeast from Fulani herdsmen and terrorists who have been killing, raping, and kidnapping Igbos in rural community. Since Simon Ekpa and IPOB DOS Nigeria are not in good terms, they have threatened to eliminate Simon Ekpa if he ever contacts ESN again. They stated that ESN can only take orders from them and not from Simon Ekpa. The IPOB DOS Nigeria, which is led by Chika Edozim, further stated that they have disassociated themselves from Simon Ekpa, his Biafra Republic government in exile, and his Biafra Liberation Army. The spokesman of IPOB DOS Nigeria, Ekpa Powerful, in a statement he released to newsmen, claimed that the group is being led by Simon Ekpa. Ekpa Powerful, reacting to a viral video by members of the group in an army camouflage and IPOB signature, said his members have not degenerated to violence in their quest for a Biafra nation. According to the words of Ekpa Powerful, the global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, ably led by Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wish to state unequivocally that Biafra struggle, championed by IPOB, has nothing to do with the so-called Biafra Liberation Army or Biafra Republic government in exile, which one idiot is parading himself as Prime Minister of the so-called government in exile. IPOB is a global peaceful movement of millions of people who are fighting for the restoration of Biafra. We are not a government and we do not have an army, nor do we have a government body anywhere in the world. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The administrative and decision-making body of IPOB is the Directorate of State, DOS, with units and offices in many countries. We have remained peaceful and have never turned to armed struggle. IPOB's demand from the Nigerian government is a dialogue and agreement on a Biafra referendum date and not war, Ekpa Powerful explained. Clarifying on the activities of the Eastern Security Network, ESN, a branch of the group, he said, the international community and civil societies should take note that Biafra's struggle under IPOB has no army. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and IPOB worldwide, established and inaugurated on December 12, 2020, a vigilante outfit named Eastern Security Network, ESN. ESN operatives were armed volunteers with a mandate to fight against the murderous Fulani terrorists and jihadists codenamed herdsmen who were killing and butchering our people and raping our women in our territory. ESN operatives do not wear military uniforms. These well-trained ESN operatives have remained loyal and focused to their mandates under the command of the DOS. That is why the murderous activities of Fulani terrorists, which were rampant before the launch of ESN, have been drastically reduced. On the other hand, IPOB members are unarmed civilians who volunteer to contribute their time and resources towards the Biafra self-determination project. We neither bear arms nor are involved in violent activities. The sponsored criminals seen parading as Biafra Liberation Army are the double agents working for Simon Ekpa against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB struggle. The viral video of the idiots parading in military uniforms with IPOB unscripted face cap, threatening IPOB leadership and members while parading Simon Ekpa is evidence of their covert operations. Who are they deceiving with their double face and called for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Are their sponsors and managers so daft that they can write a good script instead of the amateur movies they are doing? These criminals in the so-called Liberation Army and the Fulani terrorists are behind most of the kidnappings, car snatching, and organ harvesting in our territory. Realizing they have been busted by their Biafra victims, they quickly came out to parade as Biafra Liberation Army. These criminals are the ones enforcing the infamous sit-at-homes in the southeast. IPOB DOS Nigeria spokesman Ekpa Powerful told newsmen, "You must have probably heard about the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. They are the group that has been at the forefront of the Biafra independence movement, pushing for a separate Biafra nation. IPOB was originally founded by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and is still their leader in the eyes of IPOB members, even though he has been dealing with serious legal issues and is currently detained by the Nigerian government. Since the adoption of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa has taken over the leadership of Biafra movement. But one group known as the IPOB DOS Nigeria are not in good terms with Simon Ekpa because they have been compromised by the Nigerian government. They are so unhappy that Simon Ekpa leads a very powerful armed group known as the Biafra Liberation Army, and they are also unhappy that Simon Ekpa created the Biafra Republic government in exile, where he himself is the prime minister. And right now, IPOB Nigeria DOS has stated that they don't want anything to do with Simon Ekpa and his Biafra Republic government and his Biafra Liberation Army, that every activity of Simon Ekpa, his Biafra Republic government in exile, and his Biafra Liberation Army has nothing to do with them. In fact, the tension between IPOB DOS Nigeria and Simon Ekpa has gotten so bad that IPOB DOS Nigeria has put out a pretty strong warning. Through their spokesman, Emma Powerful, recently, they stated that they would eliminate Simon Ekpa if he tries to contact their security wing known as the Eastern Security Network, ESN. Now that is a strong word to use, and it really shows just how seriously they are taking this issue. The ESN itself is a really important part of this story. It was set up by IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's leadership, and their mission is quite specific. They are a volunteer group meant to protect people in the southeast of Nigeria, particularly from the threat of violent groups like the Fulani herdsmen, who have been involved in a lot of attacks in rural Igbo communities. And IPOB DOS Nigeria has made it crystal clear that the ESN only take orders from them and not from Simon Ekpa or anyone else. Emma Powerful, who is the spokesman of IPOB DOS Nigeria, didn't hold back in his statement to the public. He essentially accused Simon Ekpa and his Biafra Republic government in exile and his Biafra Liberation Army of trying to hijack IPOB's cause and misrepresenting what the movement stands for. In his words, IPOB DOS Nigeria is a peaceful movement focused only on securing a Biafran state through a referendum. In other words, they want to have a dialogue with the Nigerian government and not violence. He further stated that IPOB isn't a government and certainly doesn't have any army. According to Emma Powerful, what Simon Ekpa is doing by creating this Biafra Liberation Army is simply not in line with what IPOB is about. Emma Powerful went on to address a viral video that is being circulating online. In this video, a group of people in military camouflage, some wearing IPOB insignias, appears to be rallying under Simon Ekpa's leadership. Emma Powerful was quick to shut this down. He stated that these people in the video are not part of IPOB at all, and that IPOB has not and will not support violence as a means to achieve Biafran independence. According to Emma Powerful, the people in the video who are promoting Simon Ekpa's agenda and dressing in military gear are actually double agents working against IPOB through mission. In a pretty strong choice of words, he called them idiots and criminals. He also accused them of being involved in serious crimes like kidnapping, carjacking, and organ trafficking, which are activities that the IPOB DOS Nigeria says it has nothing to do with. He sees these people as opportunists who are prying on the Biafran cause rather than genuinely supporting it. Emma Powerful also brought up the issues of sit-at-home. Emma Powerful also brought up the issue of sit-at-home orders in the southeast, a strategy where people are told to stay at home as a form of protest. In recent months, this tactics has become controversial because it has been enforced by violent means in some cases. IPOB DOS Nigeria stated that they aren't the ones enforcing these sit-at-home orders with threats of violence. Instead, they are accusing Simon Ekpa and his Biafra Republic government and his Biafra Liberation Army of being behind this enforcement, which they claim is making life harder for the people in the southeast rather than helping the Biafran cause. IPOB DOS Nigeria claims that Simon Ekpa's group is trying to use force to control the narrative, something IPOB DOS Nigeria says it has always tried to avoid. Emma Powerful wrapped up his statement by calling on the international community to pay attention to the differences between IPOB DOS Nigeria and the groups like Simon Ekpa. He stressed that IPOB's approach to the Biafran issue is peaceful and focused on a diplomatic solution, not an armed struggle. He wants the world to understand that IPOB doesn't have any affiliation with Simon Ekpa's army or with violent tactics. Emma Powerful feels that IPOB reputation and goals are being jeopardized by what he sees as Simon Ekpa's reckless behavior and he wants people to know that IPOB stands for something very different. To summarize these news reports, we have two major groups adjudicating for Biafra independence. Both of them claims to want an independence for Biafra, but their methods and philosophies couldn't be more different. IPOB under the DOS and Emma Powerful. IPOB under the DOS says it is sticking to a peaceful dialogue-based approach. They stated that they want a referendum and see violence as a last resort. Simon Ekpa, in the other hand, and his Biafra League. Simon, in other hands, and his Biafra Liberation Army and his Biafra Liberation. Simon Ekpa, on the other hand, and his Biafra Republic government in exile and his Biafra Liberation Army, on the other hand, are more militant, are more into military, and they are taking matters in their own hands. IPOB says they have disowned. IPOB Nigeria DOS says they have disowned Simon Ekpa and will go to great lengths to ensure he doesn't interfere with their security wing, that is the Eastern Security Network, ESN. It is a complicated situation and there is no easy resolution in sight. The clash between these two groups within the Biafra independence movement shows how fractured things can become, even when everyone seems to be fighting for the same end goal, and it highlights how different visions for achieving great goal can lead to real divisions that can affect not only the movement but also the everyday lives of people living in the southeast who are directly impacted by the actions and decisions of these groups.
Ngwazie unu o wee cheta na anyị nọ. Ha pichiri ụdọkụgba ebe o si eri o wee chetazie na anyị bụ ndị anọ. Esokwana ya isoro ụdị mmadụ anyị fuo ụzọ. Isoro ụdị mmadụ anyị fuo ụzọ. Soro onye bụ ọgwa gị ịma na bụ nyanwa bụ Simon Ekpa. Etu aka isi aga. Bụ
mgbe Usman Dan Fodio buru agha nke ya wee bata wee gbugide ndị ugwu wee gbuchie ha wee were ana ha. Akụkọ ahụ ihe a na-akọrọ anyị akọgide aka ka Usman Dan Fodio si wee gbuchie ndị ugwu o wee bụzi ya datina onye sizi n'ugwu Awụsa wee pụta mụọ agụ ụra n'ala Igbo isisi agbakwana ejekwana dị ọgụ na ọ na-agbakwa daga maka ọrụ ihe a kọrọ anyị ndị a were egwu onye Awụsa mụọ agụ ụra ịgbachi ya nkịtị maka na ịma na ọ ga-ama gị daga ana ọmacha gị daga ahụ nweghị ga-eme ndị agba ewere ụjọ wee jide anyị wee na-dagbuo onye ugwu mee gị ihe ịgbachi nkịtị ị na-edi ya mana onye nwanne gị bụ onye Igbo mee gị ihe o wee Biafra mee gị ihe isi ka egbuo ya nkịta nke echi maka na ịma na ọ naghị ama daga. Aga m agwa unu na daga anyị kịta abụrụzi against ndị Igbo, daga anyị kịta bụ against ndị ahụ bịara be anyị igbu anyị wotu Usman Dan Fodio style. A ga-ama ha ivu eva n'ụwa niile a daga niile ha malụ n'ugwu Awụsa anyị ga-amakarịa ha nwasef ebe a ka anyị nọ amachazi ya bụrụzi onwe ya. We will now begin to idozi ana anyị dozie ana Igbo dozie ana Biafra ọ dịrị anyị mma maka na ihe anyị na-achọ ka ọ dịrị onye ọbụla na mma ka ihe niile a na-eme na-aga aga. Onye nwere isi ọgụgụ ọ gụọ, onye nwere isi eji alụpụta ihe o mee ya na-alụ ya na-afọ ya na ya na-eme kọmpetishọn ọhịa na-eme ka ụwa dị mma onye ọbụla na-egori. Ndewonu.
This is the end of our news update. Please click the icon on the top right corner of your screen to watch my next video. You will enjoy it. I will see you again in my next update. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.